Hello. Check in, check in, check in, check in for the day. Daily check in. Interesting day. I did my makeup a little bit differently than I would normally. Like I didn't really want to put on a lot of foundation, or a lot of stuff. I've got people playing Nintendo. And so I just kind of wanted to put a bit of colour on my cheeks and a bit of black eyes and cover up here, but I don't know, it just hasn't really worked out. I'm just exploring options. Last night when I went to bed, it's hard to concentrate with that noise, but it's like the only time I'm gonna get to do a daily check-in today. Excuse me, of course, always burping on here. Last night when I was going to bed, I felt to, I guess, kind of connect with the energy as I normally do, but as I would do at like 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, but I felt to do it as I was going to bed, and realized that I'm like the energy that comes through is not separate from myself, as in it's a two-way thing. It's a two-way channel, and that it's connecting to my field of ultimate potentials. And yeah, I think for a while I've been writing in my book, in my bedside book. I've been writing about the night. So about the dream that I've had, about the energy that has come through, and about kind of anything else of interest. That, yeah, it's kind of popped up. And it felt like I was practicing. I felt like a practice thing for something, and I wasn't really sure what. But now it feels like the whole nighttime is connection with my ultimate field. So, yeah, that is, I guess, the time in which I'm, I don't know, giving back, passing back information to my ultimate field, and the ultimate field is passing me information to be my ultimate self in all facets of life. That's the connection point, is in the night, living your dreams, right? Making your dreams a reality. Yeah, so that's interesting. I feel like my lips, like under here, like at the back and under there, has sort of been a bit puffy today, a bit just in there, just a bit not normal. Like you couldn't, there's no, like, you couldn't tell. Just look, ugh, it just feels a bit strange, just a bit. Got mother-in-law for going home tomorrow morning at 9 something. flying out. I don't know what it is about. I'm normally someone who gets along well with most people. In general. I'm generally pretty good at it. Even if you're not my bestest friend ever, like I'm generally pretty good at getting along with most people, but I really struggle after about 2 days. And I've kind of sat with like it, and because the process is not sitting in why do I feel this, like why do I struggle with this relationship above probably all others, why do I struggle, like I just feel the feelings of it. And so every time she's here I feel the feelings of it, and we go round and round and round. And sometimes I just feel like I don't know, like I'm being really rude. And that's so, like the way I behave is so not like me. It's an interesting situation. It's interesting. Today we had a show that we went to, and I went to put, like I bought some the black jeans. The black jeans that I had on that other day. And so I really wanted to wear them because they're comfortable and they fit well and they're all the things. So I put those on, but the jumper that I would normally, like one day it's planes, the next day it's children yelling and screaming. And then like the jumper that I would wear, that I feel really nice in that outfit, I wore to the football the other night and it got bird crap on it. So it's in the wash. And so I went to put another jumper on, and it just didn't look very nice. I felt really big up here. And so I was like, and then I put this pink jumper on. It's like pink, like bright pink and green, and I love it. It's tight fitting, and so I feel larger in it. But I love the material, like it's so soft and it's just bright pink, and so I was like, fuck it. Doesn't matter if I look fat in it. I'm wearing it because I like it, and I wore another of my $2 necklace. $4 necklace I got from the $2 shop. Like, how awesome is that? How cool. And so yeah, the kids were like, nice necklace, Mum. I like it. So yeah, and then I just literally grabbed a lipstick and put it on, and then when I got there and I went to the toilet, I was like, that lipstick is a bit more orangey than sort of pinky. So it sort of, I don't know, I was sort of confident in what I was wearing, or like I felt good in what I was wearing, but at the same time my makeup just didn't sort of feel right. I didn't have anything to wash off bits off my lips, and anyway, it was exploring something new and different and wearing what felt good, whether I looked fat or not, whatever. It felt comfortable. They're doing Nintendo bowling, so anytime someone gets a strike, they cheer. else? I kind of like kept thinking about the stuff that I was talking about yesterday in relation to the releasing stuff, releasing release. Yeah. And it reminds me of driving to school, right? Stay with me. There is a link. Driving to school. Driving to school, there's 3 lanes of traffic all going in the same direction. And I generally go in the middle one because, I don't know, I just go in the middle one. And it's interesting because when there's someone slow and people, I mean, it's like 80 k's down the road where it is. And yet people like to go anywhere between 60 and 70. And when you're there all the time, when it's the same, like I'm driving to and from school a lot. And so I know the road, and so when you know the road, you're just like, okay, let's go. I've generally got places to be. And you generally get stuck behind that slow person. And the amount of, normally, you just go, I'll change lanes, get around them, and go. But the process that I've been going through is to just sit behind them. Because 2 things. 1, whenever I change lanes and get around them and go, they turn off. Or I get stuck in a different lane, as in they turn off, and if I'd stayed there, I would have been further ahead than I was anyway if I'd changed lanes. And also, if I change lanes, I get stuck behind someone even slower, and I end up further behind than I would have if I just stayed where I was. When I stay where I am and just sit in the discomfort of someone being really slow in front of me, inevitably, and it always happens, they always change lanes. And then I'm further ahead than I would have been if I do end up changing lanes and going around them, I end up being exactly where I would have been if I'd just stayed where I was. This is all very confusing. Moral of the story, and it took me a while to figure it out, is if I just stay where I am, it gets me there faster than if I feel the discomfort and act on it and do something about it. Every time I just stay, the person pulls off. The person changes lanes. And then I can go. And then I'm there faster. So the connection with the releasing thing is that it's like I'm feeling this discomfort. I'm feeling that life is shit and I have to do something about it. Or this habit that I have is shit. Or I'm eating too much sugar. Or I'm fat. Or I'm addicted to coffee. Or whatever it is that you feel is holding you back. When we and you would normally go through some miracle process of releasing it, and then do you know what happens? It doesn't fucking release. It doesn't release. It doesn't. The amount of releasing I have done, and it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change anything. Whereas literally just sitting in my shed, sitting in my discomfort, sitting in where, like really mapping where I'm at. Where am I at right now? And getting really clear on that and looking at the layers. And that's what happens every single time we're triggered, like something triggers us and we feel these strong feelings about how shit our life is. That's like, by sitting in it, that is mapping where we are at. By sitting in our discomfort, that is mapping where we are at. Once we've mapped it, then we can move on to the next. But if we haven't mapped it, we can't move anywhere. It's like that thing, as I've said previously, when you join a gym or see a personal trainer or whatever, at the start they do a process. They take you through a process of measuring where you are at with all of the different measurements, to get an accurate gauge of where you are at currently, so that then each month or whatever you can come back to it, or you can assess and see how far you've come. But we don't do that. I hope you've been able to hear me all this time because my microphone's down the bottom. We don't do that. We feel discomfort and try and jump off to do something, try and create change from an uneven base, because we don't really know where we're at. Because we might not have even vaguely touched the surface of where we're actually at. And the more you sit with where you're at, the more that you, the stronger what you actually want becomes. And the discomfort between the two strengthens and becomes friction, because you're like, I'm clearly aware of where I'm at, and I'm becoming clearer and clearer as to what my ultimate potentials are, what they all are. I can feel that. I'm clear on this, and I'm still here, and the friction between causes causes it all to happen. And then we can live our ultimate potentials, and we can actually create, instead of this bullshit, half-assed, not even half-assed change creation that we do now. It's half-assed, if that. Yeah. Not sure if any of what I've said's made sense. It feels a bit blurry today, a bit not as clear as I would like it to be. Anyway, I guess it's all practicing, right? It's all practicing. All just practicing. Strike. On that note,